Shalom, shalom, Israel partners, and welcome to our weekly report. And today I would like to speak about the relationships that are growing between Israel and the Trump administration, to the extent that even Israel was talking with the Americans and allowing them to speak and negotiate directly with Hamas in a pursuit to release the remainder of the hostages from Gaza. This is something that is almost unprecedented, because we know the American policy not to negotiate directly with terrorists, and we know that Hamas been declared in America as a terror organization, and still the camaraderie, the friendship between Israel and America is so big right now, to the extent that even Israel authorized the American delegates to go to Qatar and to speak with Hamas representatives in their attempt to release the rest of the hostages that are still held by the terrible terror organization in Gaza, in the tunnels of the Hamas. And the other thing that is really important, that it's happening right now as we're speaking, is a delegation of survivors from the prison of Hamas. Survivors, hostages that barely made it in the Hamas tunnels, are right now in their journey in America. And last night they met with President Donald Trump and a lot of people from his administration. First and foremost, one of the men, Omer Shem Tov, who was released from the prison of Hamas, said straightforward to President Trump, "You are God sent king to this world for us to save us from the cloth and from the hands of Hamas and from the situation of the frozen negotiations between Israel and Hamas." The other hostages who were there in the White House meeting with Donald Trump, they gave him courage. They said, "You are an incredible president, that God literally sent you now to this world to help us and help the rest of the hostages, that we don't see another way but your administration and your personal involvement in the huge efforts to try and release our remainder of the hostages from the hands of Hamas." In return, Donald Trump tweeted and he said, actually he used his true media channel, and he said in his own words to the Hamas people, "You better release the hostages now. Don't stall, don't hold back. This is the time for you to release the hostages and use this opportunity to run away from Gaza, because I have equipped Israel with everything they're gonna need to destroy you, and if needed, to destroy Gaza should anything happen to the hostages." He literally repeated his statement before even the elections, when he said, "All hell will break loose if Hamas is not going to release the hostages." That's what started and ignited the new phase of the release of these hostages, that many of them came to testify and to bear witness to what happened to them in prison, in the White House, in their discussions, in the meetings with congressmen and other politicians in the US. And that's why they are sure and trusting God that America now is the key for the release of the rest of the hostages. So we know that even Benjamin Netanyahu is giving, I could say, even a carte blanche to Mr. Steve Witkoff and the team of the Americans to negotiate the best deal they can get for the release of the rest of the hostages, and even maybe bring the end of this war, at least at this phase, until we will see our people back in their homes and we will be able to restore the towns, the settlements, the kibbutzim that has been brutally invaded and destroyed by Hamas on October 7th. And hopefully, the rest of the goals of the war will come to their achievement when Hamas is no longer in control in Gaza. They will fade out and another entity will take charge of the people of Gaza, and maybe we will see some everlasting ceasefire. I'm not sure that there's a chance really for peace, but there'll be a long ceasefire, hopefully, between Israel and Gaza and the West Bank, because Israel right now is facing a lot of war also in the West Bank. Also, more acceleration of attempts of Hezbollah to maneuver and transfer weapons from distant areas back into Lebanon and back into closer proximities to the Israeli borders, where yesterday Israel had to retaliate and even attack one of these convoys. And we're seeing more and more movements of elements, even in Syria, towards closer of the borders of Israel. So the challenges are not over. But we know one thing for sure: with the help of God and Donald Trump and this administration, Israel is on the right path to defeat its enemies and to have successful relationships between Israel and the Americans, at least for the next 4 years, which would assure the security and the safety of Israel in this crazy, crazy region, in this tough neighborhood where we live. So please, don't hold back. Stay together with us. Stand with Israel. Keep praying for the peace of Jerusalem. Keep praying for Israel and for the Lord God of Israel to be resilient and to be victorious. Sow your seeds into our ministry. Support us as we're bringing you these good reviews right now of the new relationships that are coming between Israel and America after many, many bad years, 4 years with the Biden administration. We are on the brink of, I would say, a breakthrough that might really change the face of the Middle East, when we know that if the situation will be solved with Hamas, even Saudi Arabia and other Muslim nations will try to get closer and closer to Israel, and maybe even will join the Abrahamic Accords, just like Donald Trump brought those before the first term, when he brought these peace treaties between Israel and its Arab enemies. Maybe it will extend into something better. So thank you so much for your support. I love you. Shabbat Shalom, Doobie.
Hello, friends. I'm Clement Petrushka, and I am honored to invite you to something truly extraordinary, the Kim Clement Prophecy Vault. Now you can gain unprecedented access to my father's entire digitized video archive. Every prophetic moment, every powerful teaching, every anointed worship session is now available to you in the Prophecy Vault. Plus, I'm excited to share that my dad's special School of the Prophets teachings are included, offering you deep, transformative lessons on hearing God's voice and understanding His revelations. Your partnership is crucial. Not only will you gain access to these incredible resources, but you'll also help us continue the vital work of preserving, digitizing, and adding new Kim Clement material to the archives. I'm inviting you to step into the Kim Clement Prophecy Vault. Let's embark on this journey of revelation together, and I can't wait to see you inside.
Abraham didn't have that child of promise until he was 100 years old. We talked about Lazarus. You think about Naomi and Ruth, and all hope is completely gone. Mm-hmm. And things have to die in our lives before, God can resurrect them.
Different people, you may have that question. You may struggle with that a little bit. Did I miss it? Am I late on stepping into my destiny? Did I make the wrong turn on the yellow brick road, for lack of a better term? No, you didn't, if you're truly walking with God, because God is not controlled by time.
God is really not concerned with time the way we are.
Right.
He's able to do anything whenever He wants to, and His will can be accomplished whenever He wants it to be accomplished. Watch now at real-faith.tv.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed, because right now, every order ships absolutely free.
We here at the House of Destiny are partnering with you to let our viewers, of course, know about your company. It's Beverly Hills Precious Metal.
Andrew, explain how that works.
So I'll walk you through it right now. So if you go to bh-pm.com, right there on the homepage, you'll see a form that you could fill out. And that form is very important in letting us know how we can help you. So you just put in your first name, last name, email address, phone number. There's a section that says, how did you hear about us? And in there, put Kim Clement. And then there's a portion where you could write a couple of notes down on the bottom. Usually within about 24 to 48 hours, we'll contact you by phone call, and then we'll go over everything with you. This isn't a high pressure deal. We always recommend that if you feel uncomfortable, take a step back, pray about it. You will gain the answers that you need by doing that, and come back to us when you're comfortable.